Hey guys, it is now Thursday, the 20th of August, and if you watched my video from yesterday, I had a bad day yesterday, load getting canceled, but it's all good, it happens. So today, this morning, I had the load that I booked out of Birmingham yesterday to pick up this morning, so I picked it up first thing, load MREs for the military going down to Fort Benning, Georgia, and I was out of there and got on down to the fort. As I was coming into the Fort Benning about 20 miles out, I saw this load coming out of Fort Benning going up to Fort A.P. Hill, Virginia. So I'm talking with the broker, and they're telling me they're not sure if they'll be able to load me or not. Everything was very uncertain there. I wasn't even signed up with a broker. Broker wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get loaded. I still had to get the MREs off the trailer before I could get the other load on the trailer. And so the broker was like, well, we'll see what we can do, but I can't promise anything. So I got checked in to the fort and then went around and found my building where I was supposed to deliver. And the broker called me back and she gave me the number to the person in charge that was handling the next load right there on the fort. So I called him and I said, hey, listen, this is Ron, Center Hill Trucking, blah, blah, blah. And I'd like to see if I can get your load on the truck today. He said, well, we quit loading at 3:30. At this point, it was like 2 o'clock. I said, well, I'll tell you what, when I get done unloaded here, let me call you and let's just see if we can make this thing happen. So in the meantime, the broker had emailed me her carrier packet, and I think I filled that packet out in about 8-10 minutes tops on my phone. Not the fastest I ever filled out a carrier packet and got all the info back to them. Whenever we do a load with a broker, if I'm not set up with them, they usually, we have to do a contract, which is what the carrier packet is, and then I email them my authority and W-9 and my insurance. Most brokers want to be put on as a certificate holder on your insurance, which is no big deal. You just call my insurance agent and they can usually take care of it pretty quickly. So I got the packet back in like 10 minutes, and right after I emailed the packet back to her with all the other stuff, they finished the load of MREs. So I'm like, cool. I was expecting to maybe have to sit here overnight or somewhere close. So I called James, the other guy that was handling the next load. I said, James, I'm empty. I can pick up your load today if you want to do it, dude. He said, tell you what, stick right there. I'm going to send an escort. Come get you. So that's what we did. We got escorted across Fort Benning this afternoon to go pick up my next load. Whipped it on into their dock and had like 4 guys slamming and bamming it and bebop, and I was on the road. So now I'm going around Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll see whether or not I get on up to Fort A.P. Hill tomorrow afternoon. I'm on track to be there around 12 or so, but I'm slow rolling on the east side of Atlanta at the moment, which I kind of figured I'd do. So we'll see how it goes here this afternoon. And I called Patrick, the guy up at Fort A.P. Hill, right after I got going, and told him the deal. And he said, well, we closed it. We quit receiving at 2. Can't get here before then. We'll get you Monday morning first thing. No big deal. I got enough money. I got enough revenue on the 4 loads that I've done this week that I can afford to just sit for the weekend if I want. Or just get me a motel room if it comes down to it and just crash for a couple of days. Or if I get it off, then I'll look to see if I can't find me another load tomorrow afternoon after I get this one off and do something for the weekend. So that's what I've been into today. Slamming and bamming it at Fort Benning. Here's the update on the load to Fort A.P. Hill. Okay, so that's now the next day. And we got around Atlanta, of course, and then we stopped up at the Speedway truck stop at the 136, I think it is, and dumped some fuel in the tanks and got some fuel. And we had to do a little bit of slow rolls construction before we got into South Carolina, which held us up about 30 minutes or so. So what I opted to do was I stopped at exit 102 on I-85 in South Carolina, and I did my 10-hour break there. And I got up at 6 o'clock this morning, Central Time that is. I was showing 6 hours of driving time from there up to Fort A.P. Hill, and it took me right at 6 hours to do it. So I was wheel gripping all morning this morning to get up there. So checked into the fort. Actually, when I checked in, it was a little bit different at Fort A.P. Hill as opposed to Benning. They had this kiosk where you just put your driver's license in, and a few minutes later it runs a background check on you, and then a few minutes later it spits out a pass so you can get on Fort. But at Fort A.P. Hill, they only had one guard there. And he asked me, he said, do you have a Twix card? Twix card is Twix is TWIC, stands for Transportation Worker Identification Card. So I have a Twix card. I said, yeah, I got a Twix card. I got a gun carry permit. I got a driver's license, whatever you want. So he just looked at those and he said, okay, driver, you're clear to go. So I waited on my escort to meet me up the front. And then we got there, took us into the back. It was probably 3 or 4 mile drive across the fort. Got offloaded. And then before I got there, I booked a load with Convoy over here in Staunton, Virginia. Picking up this afternoon late. And it's going over to not too far from Cincinnati on the Indiana side. So that's what we're doing. We're going to pick that one up for the weekend load. We'll pick it up, probably get down to White's truck stop here on I-81. Well, I think they still call it White's. I'm not sure. It's Petro now. For you guys that drive, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. So we'll get parked up at White's tonight, hopefully, and then get a good night's rest. I think what I'd like to do is get up in the morning, take my time, mosey on across. There's some big mountains on I-64 going across West Virginia. And then get on into just south of Cincinnati tomorrow night, perhaps. And then get parked up, get me a motel room for stay at tomorrow night and Sunday night. Just chill, take it easy, drink a few cold brewskis, and relax. And then Monday we can get that load off. So it's been a pretty good week altogether. By the time I get the load off time I started Monday till the time I get my load delivered over in Indiana on this coming Monday, that'll be about 2,250 miles. That's odometer miles. And we'll have 5,800 gross. So that's a pretty decent week, I thought, for what I did. Truck's giving me great fuel mileage. I'm over 7.6, 7.7 on the fuel mileage pulling this dry van. This truck has never given me good fuel mileage pulling the flatbed. So actually right now, financially, I'm doing better pulling the drive van than I am opposed to pulling my flatbed. So it's still hot. I think I'm going to continue to just pull the drive van maybe through the end of September. So that's all I got for today, you guys. Wish each and every one of y'all a blessed day, and be sure and stay tuned to another episode of Tennessee Trucking.